Here we go. Come on. Aswand, Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. Coordinates July 20th, 2024. A week after, we'll say it like this, a week after 4-day Republican National Convention, and I've gave myself a day to really address this and talk about it on camera. I'll have an article coming out about it. I'll have a full episode coming out about it. These are just some initial thoughts, initial connections. And again, as you guys know, I'm neutral. I am a neutral person. I am of the Move Swiftly, of the Move Swiftly party. All right, that's what I filter everything I do out from my business and look at it from the type of things I try to teach in my company and my organization, and I filter out how I pick the government leadership based on that, or how I pick leadership in general based on that. All right, so I gotta tell you, I'm a believer. I think I'm officially going to be voting for Mr. Donald Trump. All right, I took it back, kind of experience and let it all sink in, everything he did in terms of the culture he provided. And the crazy thing is, so many, I live in West Palm Beach, so there's a lot of Trump support out here, and so much of what's leading to my decision has nothing to do with him. It's all about the culture he created, the kind of the cohesive unit from people from all walks of life that made me say, you know what, he deserves my vote. He deserves to be the leader, given everything that he created in terms of sports, entertainment, politics, the way he was able to kind of build those industries and blend those industries together. And, one of the things that really, really caught my attention was the fact that, again, I'm a football guy, grew up in the football environment, the football world. I made sure my lens, so to speak, my lens is kind of speaking always from a football place where I learned business, and to see cheeseheads, at the conference, at the convention, same cheeseheads that you would see cheering at a Green Bay Packers game, it was just something that really tugged on my heartstrings. But the one thing I want to get you to, and I'm not telling you who to vote for, I'm not trying to persuade your decision in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I think it's just important that you pay attention. In all honesty, I don't even think it's important that you vote. I think it's important that you just pay the fuck attention to your leadership, pay attention to the things going on, pay attention to the policies, pay attention to the things that people are saying out of their mouth, all right? And the thing that actually did it for me was, and this is why I want to give myself a day, because he went a whole hour and 30 minutes. He spoke for an hour and he sat on that stage, a close to 80-year-old man stood on the stage and talked for a whole hour and 30 minutes. All right, went off script, and that's leadership. All right, listen, you could be the biggest Trump hater in the world. That right there is leadership. All right, leadership in its purest forms. Can you stand on a stage and speak for a whole hour and 30 minutes off script? Do you love what you do to that point? Do you love it to that point? And one of the things that actually did get consistently said was the fact that, look, he got money. He's rich. He doesn't need to be doing this, right? He could go off on a yacht somewhere. I'm right here in his area out here in West Palm Beach. Wouldn't you love to just live here and just say, fuck it, fuck all the politics and all that bullshit, right? So one of the things that he said that really caught my attention was because I am, like I said, I am a sports guy, and I do depend heavily on the sports business to generate my business and to create opportunities for me and develop clients and things like that. So when he went off script and said there will no longer be men playing in women's sports, and he did it just definitively, and then what I did is I went back and I did the research and I looked it up, and I saw the way the Biden administration answers that question, and they're fumbling around, they're back and forth about, oh, there's gender equality, there's this, all that other bullshit. Listen, leadership, and I'm going to just give you some words of it to just give you a strong antidote here in terms of how to get away from weak leadership, a strong suggestion, strong advice, I'll say, to get away from weak leadership. Make sure the people in place know how to make a decision and make it immediately, a definitive decision on something that's so fucking ridiculous. I can't tell you how ridiculous it is that you would even consider it being okay that a person who was born a man can compete in female sports. There's no policy, there's nothing you can do. I don't care who you're trying to appease. There's nothing that's going to make that okay. There's nothing. It's a definitive no. And regardless of the way you feel personally about a situation, you got to give people that objective view to say, hey, That's a leader. That's who you want in the certain situations, and that's how you got to make your decisions. Don't make your decisions based on what somebody else wants of you or somebody else's bias and all that kind of stuff. So, like I said, this is kind of a little bit of a taste of a longer episode I'm going to be doing on this, and an article I'm going to be doing on this. And the long and the short of it is, make sure you are being responsible as a business owner. I know that's primarily who I talk to on in regards to the material I put out. The viewers, most of the viewers that tune into my work are business owners, and I'm telling you, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, Aswand Cruickshank, who gives you this perspective every single day, who does everything to serve you as a business. And I'm telling you to be responsible for your business, all right, and do the right thing. I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm telling you to make the responsible decision, not the decision that's going to appease somebody else because you want to be quote unquote liked. You got to learn to be fucking respected for making your own decisions. That's the key to that's the difference between being a business owner and being someone that's just doing it as a hobby, or doing whatever it is you're doing, being an employee and, not really wanting to move the needle, not wanting to ruffle any feathers. Make the responsible decision when it comes to who you put in leadership, all right? All that being said, main website to check out to dive deeper into all my work, makeyourmove.com. That's MAKEYAMOVE.com. One-stop shop for all your teamwork and your self-development needs. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.